Okay. Hi, everybody. I hope that you're doing great. Um, I had a trip with the school last Wednesday, and that is why we didn't have classes. And then I got sick, so I've been with a fever for some days, yesterday, Thursday, and today I'm feeling better. That is why I couldn't record this class a little bit earlier. This is going to be kind of short, just to explain the unreal conditionals. Next class, we're going further on this. I just want you to have like a big picture of everything that we'll be dealing with. Um, you had to finish the reading for last Wednesday, but we'll be checking that next Wednesday. And today I'm going to show you some rules of Unreal Conditionals, which is the following topic that we're dealing in regarding grammar. Well, so what we have to do here is to complete these sentences with the correct tense. And I'm going to do it for you just to begin with the explanation for the conditionals. These are some sentences that are parts or that are related to the text. The first one says, what would you do if you blim 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 in the mountains and you blim 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 get lost? So in this case, we have to complete this with the past simple. What would you do if you were in the mountains and you got lost? What would you do? We are going to discuss that next class. So this is the past simple that we're using here. If I thought that somebody was in my house, I would call the police and I would not confront the intruder. In this sentence, the if clause is already presented and it is followed by a past simple tense, and then the other part is followed by would. Is wouldn't. The other one says, what would you have done if you had been in your situation? In this case, we have the first clause with would have and past participle, and then the if clause is with the past perfect. If Kevin hadn't looked, this is past perfect, for his girlfriend, Josie would have died. This is would have plus the past participle. These are two unreal conditionals. The first two sentences are made by a would clause and a past simple clause. They are the second conditional, which presents an unreal situation, an imaginary situation, a hypothetical situation in the present. If I won the lottery, I would buy a house on the beach. We are talking about something that is imaginary, that is not real, that is hypothetical, and we are talking about the present. The other part, the other conditional, is conditional 3, and it is made by the if clause is followed by a past perfect, and the would clause is with would have and the past participle. This is used to talk about an imaginary situation, a hypothetical situation, and a real situation, but in the past. Let me think of an example. If I had been, I don't know, a queen, I would have traveled all over the world. My imaginary situation in the past is kind of weird. So this is an imaginary situation, but in the past. We are imagining upon something that has to do with our past. If I had been a boy, my mind is running right now. If I had been a boy, I would have, I don't know. I would have been taller than I am as a girl. I don't know. So I am imagining of a past situation. You'll have better examples than mine, I'm sure. Let's move to page 140, which has the grammar explanation. This one will clear everything. And here we have further information regarding these two conditionals. As I was saying, the second conditional sentences are made by an if clause with a past simple, and the other clause is made with would or wouldn't and the infinitive. For example, if there was a fire in this hotel, it would be very difficult to escape. We are talking about an imaginary situation in the present. I wouldn't have a car if I didn't live in the country. So that means that that person has a car right now because he or she lives in the country. If you weren't making so much noise, I could concentrate better. So now, in this moment, that person is making a lot of noise and the other person cannot concentrate. If I were you, I'd make Jimmy wear a helmet when he's cycling. We use second conditional sentences to talk about a hypothetical or imaginary situation in the present or future and its consequences. With the verb be, you can use was or were for I, he, she in the if clause. That if done was or if done were. So these was or were are interchangeable when we are using the second sentence, the second conditional. However, in conditionals beginning, if I were you, to give advice, we always use were. So the conditionals that start with if I were you, we always use were with I. The third conditional is made by the if clause with past perfect and would or wouldn't have plus past participle. For example, if you had come to the class more often, you would have done better in exams. So we are talking about the past. If something had happened in the past, this result would have been different. I wouldn't have been late if I hadn't overslept. I overslept in the past. That is why I was late. He would have died if he hadn't been wearing a helmet. Again, he was wearing a helmet. That is why he didn't die. If the jacket had been a bit cheaper, I might have bought it. The jacket was really expensive. That is why I didn't buy it. As I was saying, we use third conditional sentences to talk about a hypothetical past situation and its consequences. You can also use the past perfect continuous in the if clause. You can also use could have or might have instead of would have in the other clause. So past perfect or past continuous, and in the part of the would, you can use could have or might have instead of would have. We have to think of these sentences or if they are second or third conditional. If you came to class more often, you would probably pass the exam. So this is second conditional because we have the past here, and here we have the would. If you had come to class more often, you would probably have passed the exam. This is a past situation, a past hypothetical situation in the past. The first one says you don't come to class enough. You need to come more often if you want to pass the exam. So this is something in the present that we need for future consequences. And the second one is you didn't come to class enough, so you failed. That was a past situation that didn't change. There are also mixed conditionals, and we use sometimes mixed conditionals between second and third if a hypothetical situation in the past has a present or future consequence. For example, you wouldn't be so tired if you had gone to bed earlier last night. We are missing the would of the second conditional with the if clause of the third conditional. If he really loved you, he would have asked you to marry him. The same. It's second conditional here, third conditional there. This is to talk about a hypothetical situation in the past with a present or future consequence. So this is the explanation for second and third. Next class, we are going to continue working with these conditionals. And what I want you to do for next class is start thinking and complete these exercises. So you get used to the use of tenses. You have the tense rule in your mind, and then the uses, the real uses, or the communicative uses are going to be, we're going to be dealing with them next class, synchronous, in the synchronous way. This was a really short explanation. Don't worry. I'm sure that you're going to understand. Just think that the second conditional is used for an imaginary situation in the present or a future, and the third conditional is used for an imaginary situation in the past. We can mix them in order to talk about a past situation with a present or future consequence. They are really easy. Just I want you to practice and to remember the past perfect. They would have the past participle. So let's start working with A and B of page 140. So you can practice them, and next class we are going to go over the reading. Well, I hope you have a great weekend and that you enjoy your free days, and we're going to see each other next Wednesday. Have a great day, and thank you for watching this. And we'll see each other next Wednesday. Bye-bye.